Hello, I'm Marian. I'm from the blog Miss Mustard Seed.
And I'm Kriste from the blog Rosemary and Thyme.
This is Design Ramblings, where we just talk about design stuff, anything design related. So today we decided to talk about the color of the year, because everybody's talking about the color of the year. And Kriste was so excited about the color of the year that she went out and bought a purse in the color of the year.
I did.
No, you actually had
Jokes.
She had that bag.
I
We
did.
were looking around the studio for something that was like the color of the year, and I'm like, your purse.
Yeah. See, I'm in front of all the trends.
I think you started
Trend setter.
I think
My mom always
you
told me I was
started
a
it,
trend
right?
setter.
You bought the purse, and that
There you go.
it happened.
There you
We
go.
start really all trends, just
Yeah.
yeah. So it's called Marsala. This is the Pantone color of the year, because I think there's more than one color of the year, right?
Uh-huh.
Other paint companies put out.
Yeah.
But Pantone is, I think, the recognized as like the color of the year that everybody follows. But do you think people really follow it, or is it a manufactured trend?
I think that people who are really immersed into like the design and fashion world, like who like to take their rules kind of from, like the higher powers. I think, some people do. I would say for like the general public, maybe not necessarily. I
Yeah.
think it's more of an inspiration, and I saw a lot of mood boards on Pinterest already where they've taken the color and just done kind of like worked off of it for like a palette for a wedding or like a room or something like that. So,
So for people who want to follow
right.
the color of the year, but do you think people are like going out and buying this color and painting their walls in it and buying sofas?
I think some people do.
Some people do. Okay. My thought about the color of the year.
Tell me.
She said, "Let's talk about the color of the
strong
year."
opinions.
And I'm like, "Yes, let's. Let me get it off my chest." I just hate the idea of the color of the year. I hate the idea of it not because here we have this color of the year, but because as soon as the color of the year is announced, then my inbox is like flooded with like, here's our assortment of lamps around the color of the year, and here this designer's just done this whole room around the color of the year. And it's just like, I feel like it's like forcing it down your throat when it's like, well, you know what? I like blue and white. So Marsala doesn't really do it for me a whole lot. So I don't think, I think it's a really pretty color, but I think there are ugly colors, but I don't think that they're going to pick
like hopefully.
pea green is the color of the
Cross
year.
your fingers.
But it is a pretty color. I don't think I'll be using it a whole lot. I'm not one who would want to just jump on that bandwagon. Now, like if their color of the year is navy blue, then I'd be like, oh, well,
All about it.
I'm so chic, But yeah, I don't think I'd jump on the bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be interested to know if you guys feel that way too, or if you wait for the color of the year and it's like, okay, now I know how I can dress and how I can decorate, or if you sort of have your own opinions and then you just, well, okay, that's nice and fun and okay.
And I think for me, like whenever I take any inspiration from the color of the year, it's usually in like what I wear. I don't usually bring it necessarily into my home, depending on what it is. And then I just do like accessories, so like
The purse, or
which I planned in advance.
Maybe
or
lipstick. That'd be a good lipstick color.
or boots, or even like jewelry, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of subtle, on trend, but not like my new wardrobe is all
all Marsala, which I keep wanting to call it Merlot, but it's Marsala.
Yeah.
So for those who, you've been waiting for the color of the year and you're ready to do it, we thought we would mix up some milk paint with the colors. So I think we got it. I think it's pretty
close.
stinking good. Pretty close. This is 1 part curio, 2 part apron strings, and 3 parts tricycle. So that's in the Miss Mustard Seed milk paint line, and that's how you can
Get your own
color of the year with milk paint. And so what we had talked about then, like, okay, again, if you're all about doing the color of the year, what would you pair it with?
Well, we picked a couple colors, and pick this color.
Okay.
I also like the gray that you picked.
This one, okay. So she picked, you might need to hold it up.
Oh, yeah.
So she picked, it's kind of a dusty pink, very muted pink. That's from the European line coming out. It's called Arabesque. And yeah, I think that could be interesting.
Well, I like playing around with like just kind of the same colors and different hues. So like it's definitely the same family. So if I were to do like an outfit or whatever, I would like to do, you know, maybe this is like my main thing and then, you know, tie in like some other colors with shoes or, you know, something like that.
You know, the bathroom of the house that we moved into was like 1940s totally. It had ballet pink wall tiles and then this as an accent color. It had like one of those marble linoleum floors, like marmoleum, I think it's actually called. And then tiles in this color. So when you put these two together, I'm just sort of like, oh, a bathroom that like I could not wait to get away from. So I don't know. But then again, I don't know about this color in general.
I think it's a hard one to work
for
with
me
because it's so bold.
Yeah.
I would never paint a wall in that.
And even putting it with white, I think white would be so stark against it. Yeah. You'd really have to. So I would pair it with, I think, like a neutral, like we had talked about. This is Mora. This is another European color. And this is sort of it's got kind of a greenish, bluish, beige. It's a very kind of chameleon color. But I thought that those two looked kind of nice together. And I think if you're going to go a bit bolder, I see this with sort of a aqua or robin's egg blue or something like that. I think those kind of work. Yeah. My husband's shaking his head at me. He doesn't like this combo.
I think that would be really modern if you were to do that.
Yeah, this would be bold. I'm not saying like this is what our living room is going to be, but that, you know, I think that would be a bold option to put those two together.
Yeah, for sure.
So I could see that in clothing, like.
Oh yeah. I think that would be a really good way to bring this color into spring because when I see this, I see a lot of like autumnal and winter stuff.
Yeah.
And spring and summer would
be
hard.
Good word.
Well, thank you.
Nice. Okay.
SAT scores just.
So that's the color of the year. And so in general, do you like the idea of the color of the year? Do you kind of look forward to it or not?
I look forward to it. I don't use it as like a rule of thumb. Okay. I just look forward to like seeing what it is, seeing if I can incorporate it, trying to do it in a unique way, and yeah. But I don't use it as like my guideline. Like this is what my life has to be for the year.
Right. Okay. You're not going to buy a cat and call it Marsala after the color of the year. Maybe. Okay. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on the color of the year as well. And yeah, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it, but in the design world, I think it is fun to see what other people do with it. So sure. I'm willing to. I'll allow it.
Okay. Because she's like ruler over.
I'll deal with the emails that come about the color of the year, and because I know a lot of people enjoy it. Yeah. So there you go, the color of the year.